Morning, folks. Just listening to the news, non-stop news. Very, very sad what's going on in Ukraine. Anyway, I won't give any opinions or anything, just to say sympathy. All right, this is on yesterday's demo that somehow I was preparing it to edit, and it was in three parts, and I got a little bit carried away with trying to get them in order so that I could actually locate them. But anyway, I ended up deleting them, which was a bit of a pain. So this is on the back of it. I was just waiting for the paper to dry off a little bit, and as usual, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll just get a bit of raw sienna. Raw sienna is the sort of bedrock of my watercolour painting with the heaths. It warms up the whole sky and the whole page, actually. This is on 200-pound weights blocking foot. I haven't got much of this left. Probably another couple of sheets. And a bit of blue. Let's put a bit of water in here. Usually I forget to do it strong enough, because the whole paint dries much lighter than when you first put it on. About 50% less. So you have to make allowances for that. Alright, I'll just put that under there just to let that sort of bleed down. You can do a lot while the paper's wet. It's when it starts to dry, the shine goes off of it. Leave it alone. Alright, whoops. Just see if I can just pull that kink out at the top there. That's more or less. It'll still expand, but I'll just have a little drop of my wheat extract. Bovril. Don't drink a lot of it. It just makes tea. When you have too much tea, you get teed out, and it just makes a change. Now, I'm not one for blotting out clouds. I always think it, unless it's done expertly, like Stephen Cronin, and it works, but it can look so stage managed. So I prefer just to leave my skies quite limpid and untouched. Or when it's dry, you can always just go over with a bit of grey cloud or something just to make it more interesting. But I'm just waiting for that to go off. I don't want to use my hairdryer. Let's get a medium hake and put in some background. So I'm going to try to give some sort of an impression of a hill. I did hilltop yesterday, but I want the trees to sort of vanish. So let's get some Payne's Grey. Payne's Grey and lovely yellows. I've got a couple of yellows mixed in here. Put a bit of blue in there. Yeah, that's a good idea. Now that's quite a nice colour. A bit more blue in there as we go off into the distance. A bit more blue. Right, just making it up. Oh, that sort of works. Well, it works at the moment. Right, okay, let's do that later. Let's put a bit of over that hill. Just put a bit of burnt sienna in there. And it's starting to brighten up in the UK. It's been a lousy week really. It's not been particularly cold, but it's been but it has been very wet. At least the storm went. All right, well, we can work with that, can't we? So we're sort of going up a hill there. It's dry there. Let's get this sort of seeing as I've mentioned some wet, we can have a sort of a bit of a flooded landscape here. Right, pull this tight. So when that dries, now this is my palette. If you want to know what it is, it's cadmium yellow, pale, gambos, they're all mixed. Raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, which are very rarely used because I can mix it with the Payne's grey and the burnt sienna, two for the price of one. Got some grasses in here. It's poking through the mud and the water. See what happens when I use a card. I'll go back over these, I think, because they're just scraping out. Right. Okay, that should do. As this dries in, right, I think I'll give that a dry now, and then we can go and do some detail. Oh, sorry. Apologies for forgetting to pause it. Right, I'm going to use this Jackson hake. Let's get another bit of a toweling. Oh, I asked for toweling and people give me tea cloths. No good. You need something that will soak up the moisture. I think that one. Right, I'm just going to pull the blind. The sun is getting higher and higher, which is lovely. I've actually got some sun today. Now let's put in bits of texture in here. We'll get a nice some blue on that, really. It's a nice spiky edge to this brush. It might be just a little bit dark. A bit of a big birch yellow in here. Alright, now let's get a bit of darker green. Alright, let's get a rigger. I've got all my got to find my lovely green rigger. Frank Clark's rigger, there it is. So I want to get some darks in there. Cover up some of those scrapes, a bit hit and miss. Okay, that'll do. Let's just don't want to be too much in here. Just want a hint. No, it's just a hint. I can put the blue ones in the background. Just little tiny twigs and branches just coming out of there. It's got a bit of a darker green. Okay, while I'm at it, let's get the birds in. Give it a signature. This is just the start of the day. That's dried into the wet or the damp paper. That will carry on going into that. Right, let's just get a bit of a Payne's grey and that yellow. Alright, we'll put that in the mouth and have a look at it. This will carry on bleeding because I didn't dry it thoroughly enough. And so I've got a bit of tape. While you look at that, I'll have a swig of my bovril. I should just put in a bit in that corner, but it depends how you mount it, of course. Okay, that'll do. Sort of an impression. It's not too bad. I think I've sort of mucked some of that up a bit. Maybe if I put in some more darker colour, we'll find what I've done with my rigger. I haven't had a count of how many brushes I've got here. I have to be careful. I've got my waste paper bin nearby, and I sometimes look brushes into that. I don't know where it's gone. Amazing, isn't it? Right, we'll use this one for a moment till I find the other one. When you do these, just bear in mind some of these branches come down, out, all over the place, especially some of the oak trees. Well, I'm not going to do any more to make it all worse. Oh, there it is, look, found it. That's one of Frank Clark's riggers. These are the three brushes that I bought several years ago now. Oh, I hope Frank's okay. I haven't seen him for a while. The rigger, the large hake. I only use this one for texturing. My hakes are more than sufficient for wetting and washing. There's the medium. This is a lovely little brush. This is a medium 3/4 inch hake. It's a lovely little brush. I really only use heaths. I have been known to use sables. I've been known to buy them because I can't resist them, and they never use them. And here's one. This one is Winsor & Newton Series 147/8 of an inch. There. Now I bought this from David Bellamy, well-known British artist, who was demonstrating for us, Castle Watercolour Wellington Art Group that I belonged to for many years, and he signed my book that I got from British Book Choice, Artist Choice Books, and I took it along and he signed it, and I paid him £25 for that, probably 30 years ago. But I never use it. So it offers on a postcard. Very, very well made brush. You could use it for doing your powdering on your face. Your blusher. Not that I know anything about that. Right, I'll get this uploaded for you folks and we'll see what you think of it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.